competition. Not really something anybody's wanting a piece of around here, but for sure we want a piece of what Liquid and FURIA have to offer inside of Overpass, in this series, in this best of 3, and moreover in a semifinal. Guys, let's get this pistol round underway.
Yeah, Team Liquid beginning over here on the T side of their map pick. FURIA electing for a CT start. This is all very run-of-the-mill. This is what we've come to expect. And now let's look at the setup in this round for FURIA. You're going to note 3 players down here in Connector. That is perfect to match the firepower of these 3 Team Liquid players that get baited into this stack in the Connector. But Naf and Elige put up the kills required to regain this control, and in a very big way at that. Team Liquid sat at a 4-on-2 in this pistol round. It's Vinny and Art now left to try and pick up the slack.
Execute smokes into that B-bomb site. No one is here right now for FURIA. That rotate has come through for Art, but he is about to get smoked off. Liquid throwing in util and coming out Monster. Obviously, that smoke has a gap, but the gap is too wide for a smoke, and so Liquid just don't come out short, and Art won't get any kills offered his way. Bomb planted, and Art just waiting for someone to cross back into his line of sight, but that's not going to be the case. With the dig coming through, he's just going to save his flashbang. Not allowed, though. Good
pistol here from Liquid. Good looks from Naf. This is the non-sloth-like behavior that we want to see from him. Nothing slow about this. He's on a tear through the Connector. We got the highlight right here. Run that replay all day. Naf straight in the face of FURIA right here, and that's going to be that first round for Liquid.
I'm already getting tweets with the hashtag let's go England, let's go Liquid.
Fair enough, of course. Somehow, some way, we've tied all that in together. How could we ever forget the English speakers that Hugo so eloquently addressed?
Yeah, I don't know. You know, I have prepared that speech. It took me quite a while. You know, maybe it didn't translate right. Maybe I messed up some of the words. English is not my first language. But you want to let me go.
But
England just doesn't have any first language.
England is my favorite city. Let's just go ahead and throw that out there right now.
That is true, Trace.
England,
It's a great city to find yourself in. And Team Liquid, they are currently in a very... Naf even actually has a sword off. Let's draw some attention to that, because I didn't notice it.
It's a blunderbuss,
Can we take a look at Naf down here? So he's using the USP. He's already made the right call. He's using anything but the sword off. No, I actually love it. It's like a terrible shotgun, anything other than close range. But my word,
like
close range? Yeah, dude. Like when you're within 2 or 3 meters of this, you don't want to be within 2 or 3 meters of this, right? Let me tell you that. So let's see what he's able to get done in the Connector. Unsurprisingly, not much. FURIA don't really have anyone there. And so Naf shotgun purchase here. He's probably going to struggle to make it work when the actual site take comes in.
Yeah.
I imagine a lot of it was just to try and put the hurt on Connector. And with no one playing there for FURIA, Naf, I mean, I really want him to make it work. I would love for him to make it work. So let's see if he can. We'll stick with it as this B play is about to come through. FURIA lying in wait on the other side. And Vinny does secure an opener. Oh dear, Art's come in with another. Stewie at least gets this round back in the hands of Team Liquid somewhat with those 2 kills on the short wrap that allows the bomb plant to come through at a bare minimum. But FURIA sitting a man up in this retake, a real chance to upset the grain here in this second round with their force buy.
Oh, Elige is being trapped as well. He's getting spammed up from short. He's going to try and take a fight to CT, but looks away as the peek comes in. Stewie now needing the ace in this round. He's on a third. Spray continuing out of ammo, straight to the pistol, looking for the taps, but Henny fires back with the scout, and FURIA will win that round. Liquid, I like what the idea was there, right? They wanted to pop Monster. Naf was throwing a flash that allows Liquid to play in front of it, and it would flash behind them, but the close Monster players in the form of Art and Vinny get loads of damage off with those deep body shots, spamming left click, and you can see here that Liquid actually got full flash by their own utility, and that made a real problem, real mess of things in Monster. Luckily, Stewie came in on that wraparound for short to trade kills and open up the site for a plant, but it won't be a win for Liquid. It's a force found by FURIA. And Liquid, they've got to bring everything into question, especially their economy, taking an eco here in the third.
Yep, Liquid on Deagles. Could be a scary time. One flash on Nitro. Where will they decide to use it, or where will they have to use it? Is an even better question, I guess. In this first map of this semi. Or semi.
Ooh.
Big shots from Stu. Youthful Stewart, 2K. However, gets traded out. He's there with the M4. He's going to find 2 in the form of Elysian Twist. Now, albeit, again, just pistols here, so longer range fight might benefit Stewie. Nitro having netted himself an AK there that fell out of Yuri's hands. He's going to leave just Nasty Naf to slide, sloth his way up long. He's going to think better of it.
Well, silence falls across the map, but it's only brief. Broken out in the gunfire from K-Serato. And it's quite the little streak he goes on. He drops that bomb, leaves this round on the shoulders of Naf, and he will get plucked away by Henny, who secures himself a triple in that round there. 2 on the board now for Furia. Now, Team Liquid, they didn't try and extend these force buy wars, right? That's so common when you're a T side, or really any side. I'm saying just T side for some reason. But when Team Liquid find that pistol and then they lose the second round, normally you'll see a team force buy back. But because Liquid got the bomb plant and they had that residual cash on the back of it, they instead ecoed that last round with Deagles, and this gives them an investment here and now. But you will see that 3 players have really taken a hit by moving on to these Galils, and that's to allow them to have some modicum of utility in this round. They wouldn't have had that otherwise. So a necessary kind of drawback here for Liquid in the long run. They're going to set 1 player up down in connector. Kind of pales in comparison to the 2 here for Furia. Yuri does decide to leave, but he leaves K-Serato behind to hold on to this connector position. Henny flashed off the long angle, going back in with this ult. Maybe second time is a charm for Henny. He gives it an extra second to solidify that kill onto Elige, and now sits a man up. Still has to worry about these long toilets, though, and that flash does blind him in its entirety. Gonna go back to the angle, and no one peeks on the back of it. Liquid actually concede long. I wonder if Henny's going to re-aggress on the back of seeing no one with that flash. Might get curious. This hasn't really forced a rotation from Furia either, because they still sit with this man advantage. They still have a player in connector. The B site itself is a little under-defended, though, for Furia. There's only 1 man actually in the vicinity of the site, and even then, it's Vinny playing over behind the graffiti side. Art's holding short, but if Team Liquid never arrive here, they might have a free path in through Monster.
Yeah, this is essentially a retake setup. Fury are playing around this. They know Liquid can run Monster, so Art looks to be a nuisance from the sidelines. Vinny's actually dropped the first as they get into the site. That's the bomb. So it needs to be retrieved, and Vinny goes out wide for a second. Liquid looking the wrong way, and, well, what is the right way? Fury are in every direction. Twist needs a kill, but he's not getting given anything. 10 seconds left, they can kill him after time, but he'll just offer up his life, and it's a team ace for Furia. I love that setup, right? They don't have anyone inside of B, but that's kind of what Liquid want. They want gunfights there. They want to try and break their way back into that round, but with Fury just not offering up kills and playing this crossfire from short and CT, Liquid are unable to get comfortable in the site. Vinny's able to constantly re-peek there with a Galil, finding 2 kills, and Liquid having to take an eco off the back of that. Their money has been broken early in this game. 3-1 lead for Furia. This young, hungry team is giving it to Liquid right now, but we are early days. Oh, they are looking warm and ready to go. Crisp headshots from Furia. And I think that's one of the biggest worries for Liquid, right? If you're not feeling it individually, if you're not all popping off right now, you could be in a real trouble, spot of trouble. K-Serato wasn't ready for a close player. Naf had been hiding there all round long, so leaves as a grenade comes in. Gets a bit of a beating, but, oh dear, Wallbang's traded. Naf gets the bomb and gets out, but wherever he goes, he's walking into another Furia player, so good luck.
Yeah, he stuck around there, too. Took a couple shots, which was quite the gamble. I mean, either way, it still left him in this 1v4, but if he would have gotten a kill there, that would have helped tremendously. Now, all on his own. With 55 HP, bomb in hand, and nowhere to go that isn't going to be watched. Good coverage here from Furia across the map. And I'm not sure that Naf was just heard. Doesn't matter, he was seen by Henny's scope. And that's all it took. 4th one on the board here for Furia. The Brazilian side starting out strong on Overpass, the pick of Liquid.
But remember the trials and tribulations that have left Liquid with this economy, right? It was a pistol win, a force win for FURIA, and Liquid have been, bouncing back with Galils or Tech-9s ever since. This is their first full rifle round, and even that lacks the AWP. This is a nice deep smoke from Henny. It's going to land in the middle area, cutting Liquid out of this spot, but they can go through it if they want. They will delay and wait for the flashes to come through. Elige is so blind in this position. Keserato is gunning for a kill. He's trapped Elige in the playground. Don't know if he realizes, it seems like he's aware, but doesn't want to push any further. FURIA do down towards B. Art gives a spot, but a flash sends him right back as Liquid takes short.
Yeah, FURIA pulling everyone over here towards B, all with the exception of Yuri, who's got a very key role in this round, holding on to short side solo from the divider. This is a pretty tall order for Yuri. There's a preemptive rotation back from Henny with this AWP into the A bomb site. He was playing over towards Heaven, and Keserato now even comes back up as well. Yuri, oh dear! He knocks them all down over towards short side, helped out by Henny back in the site, and this round has been pulled out from underneath Team Liquid. They were looking good. It looked like they were going towards the right bomb site as well, but Yuri takes matters into his own hands. Nitro trying to save, can't even get away with the gun. And FURIA, they take a 5th round, a blistering defense. A 5th on the board, 4 players staying alive. Right now, it's looking good for FURIA fans, because this is a very dominant beginning to this matchup.
Yeah, pushing through smoke, so for Liquid on their first rifle, I'm not a massive fan of that, right? You're already in a tough spot, and that doesn't make it any easier. Even with flashes, still able to get the Mo down there with that AK. Great work. Henny supporting with the AWP as well, and that's going to be a crucial factor of this game, I think, especially considering we haven't seen an AWP yet for Liquid. They have to eco and get one in the next. My question is, who are we going to see on the AWP here? Because for Liquid, that's been an ever-changing detail, right? Has been Nitro typically in the past on this map, but we've seen Naf and Stewie really lean towards it recently here in the road to Rio, seeming very map and position dependent. So I'm excited to see where that's going. The fact that Nitro is ecoing this one with no Kevlar makes me think that he's going to be the one going for it, but actually he does buy up late, so that doesn't matter anymore. Maybe Liquid aren't interested in the AWP anyway, right?
Right.
Not a problem. Rifles will get the job done, but not in that way, not in that fashion. Liquid can't afford to make those mistakes against FURIA. You will get punished.
And not in this round either. No rifles in sight so far for Liquid. As FURIA holding all the cards, Team Liquid trying to play checkers, it seems.
Slow crawl outside of B here for Liquid. Spots there. Art's going to get the info. He sees 2 players in short. So re-smoke in and can buy more time for FURIA inside of this site. Vinny is checking Monster on a timing as well. That's going to be good to see if Liquid are rushing from a range. But right now they're poised towards short. A flash getting thrown by Stewie outside of Monster. Art's going to get blinded by this one, you would think. And oh, he's actually going to walk up on the pillar. He's not flashed, and now Liquid flooding over the site.
Oh, Art's taking some time out of his day to deal with these players wrapping. But Elige comes in with the backstab and does get that trade onto Art. Not able to bail Twists out of danger, though. He does get dropped in this head-to-head, and now a 2-on-2 retake for FURIA to try and navigate. Team Liquid, they retrieved an AK, but that is it, and it's on the armorless Elige right now. Stewie trapped inside of the site, not getting given any room to maneuver. Elige gets dropped at the first hurdle. The AWP up in Heaven finds him, and Stewie faces the same fate. FURIA gonna grab this defuse, putting a 6th on the board. It gets close for Team Liquid when you think about the fact that that was only pistols in that round there. I don't think they can be too disappointed with how it pans out.
No, of course not. Look at how the money panned out at the end, right? Like, they've got a load of cash now. Provided any, no ops come out, there's still plenty of money here for Liquid. But they do need to start getting rounds, and they do need to start doing that soon. FURIA calling a timeout, of course, after winning the round.
They need to crack open a Mountain Dew Amp game fuel like this, man.
That's what I think.
Hit him with a little...
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice, man. Did you bring any for us, or...?
There's a bunch all over the desk, man. Help yourself. It's like a buffet.
What was I thinking? It's right here.
Yeah, I love calling a pause when you're winning, especially when you just won a round, right? Like, obviously, Liquid can use this pause as well to discuss the upcoming rifle round, but FURIA, let's see if they throw a spanner in the works. Even doing that alone as a CT can force Liquid to default in this round, even if they don't want to, because they might think the FURIA are going to bring some aggression, you know, and throw players in towards middle. So Liquid might default out of the gate in expectation of this detail.
And the one thing that, I mean, I don't think you mentioned here was the fact that, yes, FURIA called a timeout, but also a calming of the nerves goes a long way in a situation like that. That was a really chaotic round prior. So now with guns, though, Liquid look to have a response of some fashion here. And so far, it's going to be Art, up close and personal. Wow. It's not made it fun. They have absolutely pinched Team Liquid here in the water.
Oh my, they're just so ready for everything Liquid are doing, right? That was a perfect setup, FURIA there, to deal with a double short play. Liquid, they try and rush through that Molotov, they smoke it to go through, and Art and Keserato already in position laying down the pain. A third player in B assisting as well with utility, and Liquid just can't catch a break. Nitro might catch Yuri getting aggressive, but he's missed the timing. Oh dear, Yuri. Right place, right time. About to put a bullet in their spine, but actually I say that, Liquid are moving up towards A, and he's just lost that detail, he's lost that factor, he doesn't see them, so they could be in connector, they could be B. FURIA don't know. Keserato is about to get that information though, and maybe some kills with it.
Yeah, it's a bit awkward though, because these rotations for A are a long way away, so Keserato has got to stay alive, and maybe that's not a problem for a man like Keserato. He does get dealt with, but there's Yuri arriving on that wraparound. FURIA 7-1 right now. The Brazilian squad really coming out ahead in in this matchup thus far. Liquid haven't really offered us anything up.
And there's that second buy that Liquid are going to be able to get in after having a bomb plant just 2 rounds ago. But overall, NA fans mauling all over the place right now. Uncontrollable scenes. They're not going to be happy at Buffalo Wild Wings tonight.
Oh yeah, this is a great game for FURIA though. They're really making Liquid look lost almost. And Liquid now throwing in a fast speed, changing the pace for the mow down. It's there, and in high supply, Vinny with a double headshot kill, assisted by Keserato's flashbang, and there's more CTs all around the corner. Keserato pushes that heaven smoke and finds Twists. The bomb has yet to be picked up, and Liquid are looking for kills in the site, but they've not even found Art, who's hiding. He is tucked into a smoke, will eventually get spotted. Nitro gets a kill, but as Stewie tries to go back for the bomb, he gets his head removed, leaving Nitro alone in the water. FURIA just got to drown him in this one. The Molotov coming in as well. Flash is good, and this is just a masterclass from FURIA. Everyone playing together, some excellent utility, great trading, and just not letting Liquid feel comfortable.
And, you know, here's something I think that's like a pretty cool thing, you know, about everything having to move to online right now, right? And that is that for FURIA, they have consistently been playing up against, you know, these top-level teams. And even though they've been no stranger at the big events, right? This is like a level of consistency that feels like it's done a lot for this FURIA squad, right? Like having to load into the server pretty much every day, play versus another top North American team. Yeah. And it really feels like, you know, we are just seeing such a good-looking FURIA in the server every time we see them. And it feels like it only gets better and better. Like the team play between these guys is phenomenal. You can tell that everyone's on the same page. Everyone knows what they're doing, what their responsibilities are, how they should be playing these rounds right there in the 3v1, for example. They molly Nitro so that he's stuck in that position at the ramp. And then knowing exactly where he is, they line up the flash to allow Keserato on 10 points of health or whatever, by the way, to take that peek and deal with him. Everything just looks so calculated. And if you're watching this as an outsider, you're probably thinking like, man, yeah, FURIA, this is probably like one of the best teams in NA right now. Well, they certainly could be. Obviously, you know, we're talking regionally right now with the whole way that this is shaped up.
Well, let's put it a little bit further here, too. Liquid famously have slow starts. So there's still a fight for them here, but will they ever try it? You know, are they going to take that? And so far with the double connector push here, Yuri's going to be the first one, and Nap is ready for it, not quick enough for it. Somehow, some way, the jiggle goes in the way of Yuri.
That's a
Yuri
joke.
says, left eye peek? What does that even mean? I just win it anyway.
Left eye peek.
Well, Stewie's going to try and trade. It's only ecoing players, but yeah, this is the issue for me, right? Like, you know, not that Liquid are looking, you know, bad or anything, but FURIA are looking so warmed up, so ready to go. We're not even really seeing fights go the way of Liquid because they're getting killed before they can even fire a shot. Elige with the AWP in a 1-on-4. He's got a kill to his name, and he needs 3 more. Finding Art in middle. Bomb is dropped back at the party, but they already have control of it. Liege on 20. Oh dear, if he goes white, I think he got spotted there by the fountain. Yuri should have been spotting towards that position. So now this long wrap, is it red? Are they aware? Maybe not. Yuri actually doesn't have the angle I assumed. And this wrap is very valuable. Lee just throwing the AWP at the map and he's looking to use his secondary, but Yuri checks it in the right time. And 3 kills in the round. He tries to save the AWP. He cannot be found. It's a 9-1 lead for FURIA.
Not that money's a problem for FURIA, of course. But being fiscally responsible is respectable.
Yeah, we do stand that here at the Road to Rio. Big fans of wise economical decisions.
Yes.
And another AWP being brought up would certainly be one of them. Even though FURIA lost it in the last round, they get it right back in the hands of Henny, who is 9-2.
The one thing that I do keep saying to myself, though, is like with Liquid, they can have these slow starts and then they can have one round where they suddenly just come alive and like they start to believe again, right? This hasn't been terribly uncommon for Liquid to lose a match very one-sidedly in the opener. But this still feels a lot more one-sided than a lot of those matchups, right? Like I haven't really seen much from Liquid so far that has me believing that that's ever going to happen. However, I'd like to think that with the tenure these guys have, with the experience and the plethora of results under their belt, that they certainly do have that resilience. They get up towards short side in this round. FURIA have double committed to long, and so they've got no information. This site has fallen and FURIA don't even know. So they're going to have to retake this in a 5v5. Not an easy feat, and this could certainly be where Liquid look to put this first rifle round on the board since the pistol.
You can see Liquid are aware. They've smoked off long, and they actually jiggled a peek there. They might have spotted Henny, but he was flashed temporarily. Ali just pushed back. That could be massive, and he's found a couple of kills. Oh dear, it's all going on everywhere. Pick something, Bastion. Don't swap. Oh no, I'm lost. Keserato trying to retake from the bank in a 1-on-4. It might just be the save. We talk about wise economical decisions. Well, this will be one of them. No exit kills for him, but instead just the AK saved for a rainy day. Liquid find 2, and Harry, you talk about it. Liquid, they find occasionally one round that can really reinvigorate them. Maybe that's the round.
If you're Liquid, you really do hope so, because otherwise this half really has started to slip away. 9, so fast there for FURIA to the 2 of Liquid. Good grief. Moment of brilliance here from Elige. And yeah.
Just stop shooting, he runs out of bullets or something. What happened there? Gun jammed?
That was a freeze frame. I hit the button. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, 2 rounds for Liquid. That was a nice round from them, right? Contact play, good spacing, walking up A short. They beat FURIA, and they realize that they're out of the sight. Smoked off on long. FURIA can't win that round easily. And Liquid, they can't replicate that, unfortunately. You know FURIA are going to change the setup as a result of that round getting lost. They don't want to let Liquid back in and, you know, suddenly find a 6-round half out of nowhere. FURIA want to keep this dominant. Door gets blown open, fights towards a connector, but it is smoked. Some trading and damage going a long way, Art and Stewie, but it's actually Henning dead first. The Leech finds him on long, or mid rather. The AWP removed here for FURIA. An advantage for Liquid, something they've not had a lot of in this game. Where will they go with it?
Yeah, this is going to be really a testament here. If Liquid can pick up another round, that could be what it takes. Somehow that flash hits Twist. Timing gods over here in FURIA. And look at how scared they've got Liquid. Just having to play just a little bit more conservatively.
Ooh, nice.
A boost there. Elige's going to come out on top in the fight. And with a smoke, that's going to allow that FURIA player to back away.
Yeah, Liquid want nothing to do with it, though. They've seen that boost on A, and they know there's going to be more so of a stack there, so they decide to rotate lower. Well-timed Molotov from Keserato will stop Liquid from getting out short, so they reroute to Monster. Keserato alone in the pit. There's no util. Ard's got a kill. He's going to join Keserato pushed in here towards the bridge. Vinny dead as he gets aggressive as well. Missed shots, but Keserato finishes his job. He has to finish this round now on his own. Every teammate dead, and a 1-on-3 to find. Close short player. He's going to check for it, but Elige is quick on the trigger, and 3 kills in the round will find 3 rounds for Liquid. I feel like they have finally, you know, reinvigorated themselves to some extent and come alive in the latter stage of this half. 9-3, Liquid aren't out of this one just yet. Another pause from FURIA. They have money to buy up. They just got to spread it.
Second timeout used by FURIA. just to get their cards in a row. It would appear as though Liquid have upgraded from checkers into chess. Now look to string together the remaining 3 rounds of this half.
Yeah, you know, we say sometimes it takes that 1 round for Liquid to come alive. Well, I think for FURIA, in this instance, they're going to be kicking themselves that the round that Liquid kind of found to start this whole little streak was one that FURIA, I don't want to say gave to them, but it was definitely like FURIA's decision to double stack long and give up short is the reason why Liquid finds so much success there, right? And if that there is kind of the thing that gets the ball rolling for Liquid, then you are going to probably feel a little bit sour about it. Mid control taken here for the Liquid squad. They get out onto this side of the map again. It looks like FURIA are going to try and aggress into the connector. A bit of chip damage done onto Twist, but nothing to write home about. Still Yuri floating around in the connector, but that molly and him accidentally dropping off has given over this sound cue that he exists and is floating around in the top of Con. Now, what I imagine we're going to see here from Liquid is they're going to try and isolate this fight while they've got it. They start to pressure connector, they start to get out into mid, and this is where Henny's role is very, very important. They smoked off the long side of toilets, and that forces Henny to reposition. He will at least have Yuri's back, but you can see Liquid moving into this kind of ambush formation around these players trapped in mid and connector, and they're going to look to try and force these fights to take a man advantage. Now, Henny, missed shot there, gives a bit of room over to Team Liquid. He misses it the second time around, and at this point, you just got to say, I'm very, very sorry, Yuri, but you're kind of on your own in this one. He's trapped down in connector, and what can he do from this position?
No one's looking at him. No one's even paying attention to this right now. That's going to be a big error on the side of Liquid, albeit he's only good for 2. Could have been so much more. And Vinny, part of what kept Liquid from containing FURIA in the bathrooms, is not going to be what holds on to their hopes in this round. He's done just that. Vinny with one onto Nap and a second one onto Twist. Great round from him. 3 kills and ultimately a 10th on the board for FURIA.
Could have been more for Yuri, but considering how he starts that spray, that is an excellent recovery, right? It looked like he was dead before he even got one, and he still manages to transfer that into a double kill. Helps the Liquid have their knives and grenades out, but yeah, that's a great round for FURIA. Vinny and Yuri getting it done. 10-3. Liquid may have found a couple of rounds salvaged in the middle of this, but they are going to need a little more than 3. Even a 10-5 half wouldn't be the best for Liquid, but got to make do with what you have. More flashes towards middle. Yuri blinded by them. Can get popped back in by his teammate, and Art's actually been caught by the Molotov. Stewie was close to it, and therefore can see further. K-Serato does trade as he decides to run back, and FURIA hold on to this 4-on-4, only just as K-Serato avoids spams, falling back into B. Henny has just missed the timing, but he might have another chance. He might have a second shot. The flash is in. There's a player close to the toilets. Oh, Henny, left, right, left, right, left, right. Good night. Where's he going?
I don't like watching this. I don't like being a part of it. Henny, there we go. He deals with the leash. Now he's ready for the second missed shot, and this is where they try and peek, but Henny's not moving. He's not budging from the short side. A second kill in this round, and he's still ready, but not quite able to follow up onto Twist. Yuri does at least find another for FURIA, really solidifying their lead in this round and leaving Twists in a 1v2. That bomb dropped back in mid. He's going to have to go back and get it, but first, clearing out the connector, looking for any players that might exist in the back line. Vinny very, very patiently waiting. Twist swings, but Vinny holds his own, and it's 11 on the board for FURIA. An incredibly dominant round there from Henny and co. And they might be about to put a 12th up on the board. The money is in shambles for Liquid. They've got nothing to play with in this round. An investment's going to come through because it's the last of the half, but I think the best they can muster is like 2 rifles here. I'm talking about AKs, the rest probably going to be Galils here and there, and they do manage to get a 3rd one out. But this is not ideal. This is not the Liquid you wanted showing up in this semi-final.
But it is the FURIA we wanted, right? These guys have a 100% win rate on Overpass. Not that many maps played, but quite the playbook. And they're showing it right now. Even 16-3 North back at Anaheim. I remember that game well now. FURIA, the very aggressive CT side, and this has been full of it as well. Orb is pushed up, missing the timing, and R doesn't. He will get boosted on B and find Stewie. Meantime, having a look at Henny, he's trapped, and he's made the drop noise. Alish knows, but the cover is there, spamming away. Henny needs this kill, and he's posted up for it, getting the frag, and keeping FURIA in a 5-on-3. Liquid just have to commit to B here. They have nothing else left in this round, and they're walking into a stack. Every way they turn is another FURIA player. Nitro swapping out for the Galil. Hard times here, and Liquid might just be falling short in this half. It's a 12-3. Vamos for FURIA. They are going to be absolutely slaughtering Liquid here in the CT side of Overpass.
Don't take me to a place I know, somewhere I can feel my soul. Lately I'm skin and bone, so hollow. I've never felt so alone. I need you more than you know, 'cause baby you feel like home. Take me to a place I know, somewhere I can feel my soul. Lately I'm skin and bone, so hollow. I've never felt so alone. I need you more than you know, 'cause baby you feel like home.
It's hopeless when you think that you're lost. Oh, I will take your hand and we'll rise up from the dust. Oh, here we go, 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 let us heal and grow. You won't be alone, we're unstoppable. Don't be afraid to show what we're going for. This is what we know. Here we come back to life, we're still breathing. Standing up, everybody's gonna see it. Oh, all you need to know is that we're holding on. Even if we fall, we will rise up and we follow the path that we believe in. No, we're not gonna stop until we reach it. Oh, all you need to know is that we're holding on. We rise up from the dust and claim our throne. We rise up from the dust and claim our throne. We all have our reasons why we are on this track. Oh, we all have our burdens, yeah.
Well, in the first half of play, it is a dismal affair here for Team Liquid. Somber state as we look at a 12-3 scoreline, just 3 for the North American side. And of course, FURIA representing Brazil coming in strong at the very least. I'm here with Harry and Hugo. And so is GG.bet. You're going to see that these numbers favoring FURIA, not by a massive margin, but the margin is there nonetheless. And we're going to see what they can do in a pistol round as they look to set their sights, or better yet, their crosshairs over here towards this B site.
Yeah, the best South American team taking on the best North American team. And right now, the South are up top. It's flip-flop for Furia. They are holding a considerable lead, but this pistol round could change everything. Stewie will want for the pit. They haven't figured it out. Yuri going to eventually overwhelm him with a double, and the plant can come through. But look at Liquid on the short side. They've snuck through this smoke, and no one is wiser. Furia has now spotted Twists inside of the site. He's hit his shot. Naf as well following up, and there's a low player in the pit in the form of Yuri. Art is stalling the shot, but maybe he should have taken it while he could have, because his teammate has died as a result. He had that kill. I don't know why you would hold off in a 2-on-2. If you've got a frag like that, take it.
Yeah, we need to see that over again. Please run that back. That was something special right there. Liquid somehow pull a pistol round out of where the sun don't shine.
Yeah, and that's all from Twists and Naf walking through the short smoke, right? Like coming up right behind Furia at the perfect time when they were all focused on Stewie in the pit. I gotta say, I don't know why Art wouldn't just kill Twist there, considering Twist gets, you know, his teammate in the pit a second later, and then does that.
That's...
Oh dear.
Interesting.
Gonna come to regret that one.
Yeah, probably feel it in the morning. Nonetheless, Stewie 2K is able to stay alive so long there in the water too. It seems like it took 3 Glocks to get him out of the round, which is crazy. Nonetheless, short boost for Liquid, then they fall off. No real need to tempt fate right there, especially when Furia could have these AKs, which they do, and also the Deagle on Henny. Bunch of noise though. Furia not really shying away from the idea of showing presence at long. But now they're going to begin to walk, of course, as I say that.
This is the inverse to how Liquid won their first rifle round. It was them walking up short with Furia with a double long setup. Liquid don't know how deep Furia are, but that is a flick and a half. Nitro finding Art. Yuri has got a trade, but he's got teammates coming up from the short side as well. CT rotation in the form of Stewie is getting stuck, and Elige has been caught in the backline. He gets a kill. He cleans out the site, but he does lose his life in the process. Stewie is pushed through the bank, and he's looking to make a hefty withdrawal. Oh, he's found one. Naf's followed up, and just like that, Liquid are back in control of this round and the site. Even going through the smoke to truck has left Quesolato in a clutch. He can't compete. Liquid, a lifeline given to them off of that pistol round, and they find the conversion as well.
Yeah, we talk about, you know, how important it is to win those anti-ecos. And often that is something we reflect on here, given the current state of the economy. Within the game, of course, not IRL. No one really wants to talk about any of that stuff, but now, speaking of economy, Furia not necessarily sitting the richest. Potentially take the fight to Liquid, something they did very well all throughout the first half. As Jason Moses O'Toole would say, chip damage has been brought out here early in the round. Shout out JMO, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Love you, big fella. Respect.
Man, something that's kind of wild is that Furia, they've got 3 of their 5 players on this roster in their top 10 players of the NA division, and Liquid, they've got 1, and that's Elige. And he's very much been the guy in this map as well who's kept the dream alive for Liquid, and now we just want to see the rest of the guys continuing to find success around him. These pistols get very close, and for a moment it gets uncomfortable, but there we go. Team Liquid able to rise to the occasion. They keep it flawless. They keep 5 alive. And now they put this 6th on the board, but a reinvestment now coming through from Furia. And this is where it really becomes crunch time for Liquid. Is this just a few more rounds before a dark ending here on Overpass for the Liquid squad, or is this where the comeback looks to begin?
What I do find kind of funny when you talk about like the top 8 players of this season, only 2 of them are American in the North American region, which is kind of funny, right? We got Mihu in there, and everyone else is, of course, from Brazil. So that's kind of cool. Oh dear.
Well, Art
in the Molotov.
A little bit of a barbecue on the hands.
Yeah, he was flashed out and he couldn't see that he was burning because of Elige's utility. So the molly actually just full ticks him down. And yeah, sometimes it do be like that. Spam is good for Stewie. Liquid going about the motions here with a man advantage. Furia going to move up the connector towards middle, join in with this bomb. They don't want to leave Henny on his own with a chance to lose this package if Liquid have an aggressive player, but they don't. It's a passive setup with Nitro back in toilets and Elige on the site. Furia, they're going to be bringing the fight.
Oh, yeah. Nitro is about to have some company in the form of Elige and a little bit of Furia.
I do think for Liquid as well, right? Even if they don't, say like they don't pick this map up, if they're able to at least make it competitive and feel like they played the game right and they started to get warmed up into this, I think that sets them up for this series, right? Not necessarily to take it, but to at least make it that much more competitive.
Well, I understand what you're saying, too. I mean, you're talking about the simple fact of just shaking off some cobwebs. I mean, nonetheless, they play scrims. They play matches all day, all the time. But for whatever it's worth, Liquid really do like to start slow. But not here. Showing face in the A bomb site has not gone well for FURIA.
Oh, yeah. Nitro made some footsteps and he'll get hounded down by Yuri, but he can't get much further than the toilets. And Liquid have found a 7th round here with all the AK saved as well. This is a good recovery from Liquid. You talk about slow starts and, well, the finishes are what we remember. And Liquid, they're looking to finish him first. 4 in a row on the CT side. Definitely looking more confident than the initial rounds in the opening half. FURIA also running out of money here. Might see a faster B approach off of this buy. Look at it. It's Mac 10s, it's pistols, it's a good bit of utility. It's definitely got pace written all over it.
Yeah, it does. The Techninas are out, Harry.
Yeah, what are they going to be able to find with them, though? Setting up in the connector, nice little close engagement if they do get offered anything, which of course we know they're not going to. Team Liquid instead set up with a Liege holding from the divider. But you shouldn't really see any action. This is just going to be the B play from FURIA. With this con control taken and players over towards Monster, they're going to look to split their way in. 3 players here for Liquid. This is quite the stack that FURIA are going to be going up against. Not an easy round. Nap down here in the pit denies any semblance of a bomb plant, and now this one might just fall apart for FURIA. Down goes Queserato, followed by Henny, and this leaves R all alone.
Oof. These have been really clean rounds for Liquid. Obviously, that's a low buy for FURIA, but even in the rifle rounds, Liquid have been getting away with 3 alive ever since the pistol. So, yeah, that's certainly important, looking to build money on the CT side. And, of course, when FURIA eventually get a T round, Liquid won't be put straight to an eco. That's the key there. FURIA, though, looking to put their first round on this T side. It's been some time. 5 in a row for Liquid after a 12-3 halftime. And now all I'm doing is thinking about that pistol, thinking about if FURIA closed that 2-on-2, this map could and would have been done likely, but Liquid have absolutely stormed back into the first place. And I mean, they're not there yet, but they're working on it.
What you're saying about that pistol is the difference of one mouse click almost.
Yeah.
Like, we're talking about a singular frag. Oh, well. Buying up, FURIA look to turn things back in their favor. They found quite the succession of rounds in the first half. 12-3, albeit.
Well, let's see what FURIA have up their sleeves, right? No more time for games. They've got to come alive here on the T side. Can't show us 12 CT rounds to completely fall asleep on the attack. Smoked out of the connector early. We've got a Liege close by, supported by Nitro with the AWP. I like this double setup for Liquid in middle. FURIA aren't going to see it for some time, though. Look at how antsy they are, scared of any potential pushing. We're going to start to clear out connector from the bottom side, come up the stairwell to join with those mid plays. And FURIA, you can see how methodical they're being, at least, right? Molly in connector, Molly in the party, making sure Liquid don't have any pushed up players. But this is the 1-2. This is the knockout punch for Liquid. A Liege tucked, and everyone looking at Nitro after he takes his first shot.
Maybe that's not quite how it goes down. That's not how the history books are going to remember it. Liege gets checked immediately and then Nitro swings. It is the bait and switch, just the other way around. Nitro trapped here with the AWP, not able to flick onto Art. Now a man advantage taken. The smoke wall is down in front of the bomb site. Not every day that you see this. FURIA try and get through it, but a nice shot from Naf. Stewie now opening up from long. Does leave Twists in the clutch. Gets it down to a 1v1. Henny on the other side. On with this AWP. Bomb at the feet of Twists over here at the truck, and Twists is just hiding in this smoke, keeping Henny guessing. Henny, ooh, hidden. Twist sees him, and he wins out the 1v2, and 9th on the board for Liquid, really closing this gap. FURIA struggling to find anything here in the second half of play.
Yeah, Nitro got flashed off the angle there. FURIA were so methodical in clearing out middle that they knew that Liquid had to have something set up there, some kind of AWP in play, and they did the perfect amount of utility to get Nitro off the angle, hard check a leech, Nitro gets one, but then they trade him out. It's still not enough. It's still the clutch for Twist that puts Liquid back in pole position. Yet to drop around, we saw the same streak from FURIA on the CT side, but it took them a while. It took Liquid a while to break it, right?
Well, Elysia's pushed up a whole bunch. And ultimately, Nitro said, hey, man, I gotta go. See you around. What can you do, Elysia? Jonathan, good for one. Can he line up a couple more? It's the real question here. And I know players on a first-name basis, so
Ooh.
Really and truly, Jonathan faltering there to Arts Deagle, and that's that.
He buys a good bit of time, though, right? And that's the key. Holding on. Stewie's pushed up on long. Oh dear, he's given away his position, but he gets a kill right before the trade comes in. That's a gun gifted to FURIA if they want it, and of course they do. Moving up towards this A site into the AWP. Now he sees the head, and he just deletes Queserato from the round. Nitro even spotting across on long as well. Hasn't seen his bomb player in the form of Henny. And so there's still a little bit left to the imagination here for Liquid, and that's why Twist is taking his time with this rotation through the connector. Re-smoke down on long, Nitro getting spammed through it. Henny gonna go back to check, but what's the game plan here for FURIA? They can go T-spawn to B, but they need to move now. And at this point, Twist has already cut them off. That is no longer an option for them. 30 seconds. As this smoke phase, it can commit towards A, but even if they kill the players on the site, this flank is going to be immediate.
Yeah, they're trying to leave time so that Liquid start doubting this A play, but with Twists in position in mid, that was never a factor. Not that FURIA knew it, right? But Team Liquid putting a 10th up on the board. This comeback well and truly underway. From a 12-3 half to where we sit now. This is pretty nuts from Liquid. You know, we were saying sometimes all it takes is that one round and suddenly this team comes alive. Well, how about these 7 rounds for this team to really start to pull ahead? And there is still the lead for FURIA. There's still this investment in this round, but time is kind of running out to regain control of this map.
Yeah. That margin of control has shifted so much at this point. Twist, everybody's flash, it's chaos. It's pandemonium here at the Monster Tunnel. Twist elects to go for the AK, picks it up off the ground. Naf gets one for himself. So far, it's just an all-out skirmish here.
Queserato gets stuck in a smoke as well. He gets called for a flash, but Naf already sprays him down as it pops. He doesn't get a chance in the round. And FURIA, they have tried everything, and nothing has worked. A quick B monster play denied by Liquid. I'd love to see FURIA just focus on taking the map control rather than committing to an execute there, like taking some B short, setting up for a play. We've not really seen any of that. They've been very A-focused in this half and walking into this heavy A-site setup for Liquid, who have had all the reads, all the rotates, all the flanks. And that's because FURIA haven't really been defaulting, right? They've just been going for these committed 5-man plays. It's what Liquid went for on the T side, and it worked about just as much. 3 rounds for them. And this CT side has been excellent for Liquid.
Yeah, they're shutting out rounds with conviction, and that's what you like to see if you have, of course, your money on this horse. I don't, but I did put my prediction there. And so far, well, it's not gone too wrong, except for the side of FURIA in this round. Just 20 seconds left. They have nowhere to go. They can't even really back out and hide if they want to. It's Elysia on a big flank here. Finds a kill, and it almost cost him everything. He's down to 19 HP. Smells like another flawless round here. Yuri just tries to get away.
But yeah, you can tell that FURIA are feeling in a predicament, right? They just tried to save in a 2-on-5. Obviously denied by Elysia on the flank, but Yuri gets away with it. Yeah, and that wasn't a round that FURIA really should, in a normal game, be saving, right? Like, you to full rifle round, you want everyone's money to be equal. You probably just throw caution to the wind and run into the site, go for a bomb plant, then eco together, then buy together. Well, now they're skew-if. Now the money is a little shattered here for FURIA, so everyone is going to force up around a solo rifle. We have 2 AKs, maybe 3 in this round. No, it's only 2 with a MAC-10 and pistols, but this isn't pretty by any means, and if they run right back into B, Liquid should be prepared.
Let's see, a Liquid ready to pull the brakes on the FURIA train. Run in, and Twist has gone unchecked. Oh dear, he just might tear this whole round apart. Doubles up. before the trade comes in from Henny. Yuri trying to hold off this connector rotation, but this just leaves 2 players of Furia inside of this bomb site trying to fight the good fight. It's Vinny leading the charge. Stewie's not being discreet about his position on the barrels. Him and Vinny, they move past each other like ships in the night. Vinny not able to hold on, and Team Liquid tie this up at 12-12.
You may have said Furia's CT flashes were good in their team play there, but Liquid just, go one step above. Nitro pops a flash into Monster, and Stewie rushes his barrel smoke. I just love it for Liquid. They are not giving Furia the room to move. They are not letting these Brazilian players feel comfortable. And anything Furia can do, Liquid, well, they can do better. Twist not getting checked on this position and getting away with 2 kills. How the hell is that happening? Furia are running out of gas here. 9 in a row for Liquid. That's as many as Furia got in a row in their CT side before Liquid broke that streak. Will Furia break the streak here and now? That's the question.
And they're going to have to find that answer. Dig real deep, and it's not going to be in the form of Art, who gets opt down by Nitro.
And this is the thing, man. Like, you think that this feeling, because we've all experienced it at some point in just like a casual game even, right? With like your friends where you're just playing, you have a huge lead, and then the enemy team starts to come back, and at first you're kind of in denial. You're like, nah, don't worry, we'll just get it. We'll just put these few rounds on the board that we need. It's only 4, right?
The round that never comes.
Yeah, it might be the round that never arrives for Furia. And then there's that moment of like dawning realization. Oh my God, we actually might lose this. We were 12-3 up. And now it's 12-all. We've not been able to put a single round on the board, and we are seemingly losing every gunfight across the map. This round might be drawing to a close, and it might be Liquid taking the lead at 13-12 after being 9 behind Furia.
Despicable. Actually despicable, but very impressive. Like, can't take it away from Liquid. They've looked like powerhouses on the CT side. Twist has been probably at the forefront of that, probably the most influential player in this game, and he will shut down the last 2 in this round, putting Liquid in the lead. The first time Liquid have been in the lead since the opening pistol round of this map. They took the opening round, they then went 9-1 down, 12-3 at the half, and Liquid, a 9-round comeback, all the way to this. Sorry, 10 rounds now. So, yeah, what more can you ask for Liquid? That entire scoreboard just blew. Furia probably blew in the face after this one.
Yeah, it's back down to these pistols, back to basics. Elige spots these players in mid, and he's feeling a gunfight now. Maybe I'll come to regret that. Nitro still holding the line over here towards A. Flashes do rain in, but he gets back to the bomb site unscathed, and even lands a parting gift onto Keserato. An advantage lying with Liquid, firepower in their favor as well. All Furia have is speed and pace to get them into this A bomb site, and even that has been removed with this utility from Team Liquid. Everyone tagged up by that nade. They can assemble this boost. This is kind of nifty. They get on top of the dustbin, and I don't know if this is something you can do, but they're trying to.
They're hitting their head on something.
Yeah, there's a sign up above this, and or like a lip on the building, right?
Yeah, I don't know if that's something they practiced
or
not.
if that was just like an impromptu boost. Doesn't ever come through, so we'll never know. Oh, 1v4 would be incredible, but it's also got to be impeccable. It has to be him living up to his name, and he's not able to deliver a masterpiece for us in this round. 14 on the board for Liquid. Yet to drop around on this CT side. My goodness.
I've run out of things to say, Harry. This doesn't make sense, but it's happening. Liquid.
Imagine how I feel, like I pick Furia to win, I'm talking the big talk. They 12-3 the half, I'm staring at everyone all smug. What do you guys know?
Hashtag let's go England, man. I mean, it's happening.
Yeah. Let's go England.
Hashtag let's go England.
Team Liquid, 14-12.
Unprecedented is the word that would come to mind.
This is...
You cool? Probably not. Well, Harry just...
yeah, nailed that one.
Yeah,
this is hopefully not going to be a choke from Liquid now in the same vein that I did, right?
That would be bad timing.
Mine was so perfectly timed, right? That's the difference.
Well,
no, this is like a reverse sweep on steroids, man. Like, this is taking it to a whole new level for Team Liquid. My goodness.
Well, who's got the better gear? We'll have to find out in this one, as Furia are going to buy up with the rifles. Backs against the wall. Vinny's got a Krieg. I haven't seen this one in years. It's been decades maybe, but it is making an appearance. Really at 14-12. Give it a go. What else have you got? Nothing else has been working. Got this boost towards B. This is one of the first times we've seen FURIA in short without committing to a B play, but this boost is being watched. Look at Nav. He has his eyes trained. He's ready. Oh, he looks away. Not good timing, but luckily it's not a problem for him. He's not up for risk in this position. Art won't see him. There it is. Second time's the charm. And Naf, he'll find Art through the wall. FURIA might just commit here. What else can they do? Oh dear, limited utility, double molly, not even flashbangs, and Shui's getting flashed into short, trying to get aggressive, gets out of there alive, will smoke it off, and now Twist gets a go at it as well. Vinny with the entry off of the Krieg, traded by Naf with the double, bomb drop, K-Serato in a clutch. This would have to be heroic, and he started it off. 3 kills to his name. He's got a one-on-one versus Nitro.
Surely not, K-Serato. This would be unreal. It was a 1v3 at the start, now 1v1. K-Serato tries to bait the peak. Nitro gives it up. And K-Serato with a stellar clutch to finally put a T round on the board for FURIA in round 27. 13 rounds now for the Brazilian squad. They find their first. Team Liquid, they went on one hell of a streak to get us to this point here and now. They hadn't dropped a single CT side round, but when they were about to snatch 15 away, K-Serato has come in with a big play to keep the dream alive for FURIA. Oh boy, you do not want to be anywhere else other than watching this game right here, right now. Yuri, fast play in through mid, has teammates alongside him. Team Liquid, they peel off immediately. They don't contend over here towards middle. They take passive positions back towards short side, and this gives FURIA a lot of room to work with.
Yeah, and this is the ESL1 road to Rio. This is, signifying almost in a way for FURIA to have that sort of homecoming going into a major.
As the best team in Brazil, which I think as in 2020 is an undoubtable statement right now.
Oh yeah.
FURIA, what have they got for us? Can they repeat the previous round? It's a quick fight on the A site, but this bomb is late to the party. Yuri is actually taking a second kill for FURIA here, leaving this AWP on its own. Nitro is flashed out, he can't see a thing. FURIA have got the A site. Now has to fight for his life, and he can't do anything. It's a spray that won't connect for Twists, and FURIA find 14. Oh no, Harry, it's happened. K-Serato, he's snuck into the Liquid boot camp. He's strangling them. The choke is here. Liquid, surely not. This entire comeback from 12-3 to 14 rounds to lose it to FURIA. That can't be how it happens.
Yeah, that would certainly raise some eyebrows. Oh my word, I didn't think this is what we were going to have on our screens, right? FURIA 12-3 the half, and you start to think, well, this is done, it's over. Then Liquid go on this crazy streak. They managed to put 11 rounds on the board consecutively in this second half, and it was looking like they were going to take it. They were 14-12 up. FURIA hadn't fielded a single T-side round, and then K-Serato comes in with a stellar clutch that has had some very long-reaching implications. FURIA now tying this up. Still a chance to end it in regulation, but it all hinges on the result of this round here and now. It feels like either team deserves to win this, right? And it's going to be heartbreaking more so, I think, for Liquid if this slips through the net right at the very end. Long aggression once again from FURIA. It's treated them well in the past. They're looking to get some good results. And Alige gets caught jump peeking for info. Nitro now trying to hold down the long side. A man advantage taken for FURIA, and map point on the horizon for one of these two teams.
If Liquid lose this round, they are broken. FURIA still have money in the bank. Liquid has spent everything on this, and now FURIA, a man up, could guarantee the game off of this round. Flashes and smokes towards the A site. Shui gets out past it. Nitro is here as well, but this play is on a timer. He's missed a shot. Shui's gone down. Nitro finds a fight, but he only good for one. Nap, again, with a gap in the smoke, blocked by Stewie. He's got a bit of an angle, but he's only good for, again, one. FURIA with a plant, and further positioning taken. Yuri is aggressive, and he's got Naf on the rotation. Twist is alone. He's been so good on B, but FURIA have avoided him in these past few rounds to get them to this point, and they may close it out as well. 15 rounds for FURIA. Liquid pull the comeback, but it might be pulled from underneath their feet. No money left for Liquid. They've got to force to keep this one going to take us into overtime. Otherwise, it's FURIA stealing Liquid's map pick and heading straight onto Vertigo. Wow, what a game.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know. I don't have words for what we're seeing on our screens. All the tactical pauses called in for Team Liquid, they have run out after this one. They are playing for overtime with a buy that is not comparable to that of FURIA. They are going to have just pistols and armor on the majority of these players. They've jiggled the money around a bit. Twist has got a FAMAS, but that is the best gun for Team Liquid up against Map Point on the other side in round number 30. For those of you who are just tuning in, you have missed a hell of a game. It was 12-3 at the end of the first half of FURIA. Liquid took 11 rounds in a row to find themselves in the lead at 14-12, and now somehow FURIA have dug deep and they're the ones sitting at Map Point.
Yeah, this is it. This is what it all comes down to. FURIA just need one round to push themselves over this edge.
Oh, that's a massive frag. Liquid, they don't want to wait around. They don't want to hang around and let FURIA play their own game. They want to get aggressive, and Twist has done that. A is open. This is a round that Liquid won on the T side again, and we're seeing it once more. FURIA are fast paced towards A, are going to beat these short players. Luckily, Stewie's here. He's got the spot. He's got the info, but he's got to fight with an MP9 versus rifles. Not fun. He's going to play retake instead, swapping out to the other side of the site. Vinny is deep. The Molotov denies him any more presence, and Liquid are coming in from the toilets for this retake. Stewie has pushed ahead of the smokes, but they've seen him first, and he's been blown out of the water. Elise is gone as well. Art knows they're coming in from the back line, and Henny is hunting the back line. Nitro's gone. It's Twist and Naf. It's a 2-on-4. It's for overtime and all the glory of it. Vinny caught, pushed through a smoke. Twist has doubled up with the headshots, and he's gonna try and make it winnable. He's gonna try and make it happen. Naf on his own in a 1-on-2 that's not meant to be, and it is gonna be FURIA finding the victory. 11 rounds in a row for Liquid is not enough.